Good morning, everyone. I'm Lynette, and this is Grammy Crochet. This is Charm Chatter number 110, and it will be my vlogmas number only 7. Today is Friday, December 11th, so yeah, I'm missing a few days. But it is what it is. So let's see. I'm not in the yarn room today. I am on my living room couch. So let's go over the yarn in the room. There is Rudolph and Clarice that I made. They've been sitting on my couch since I started decorating for Christmas. So they're permanent fixtures now, at least till after the holidays. This is a beautiful shawl that my sweet Mama Swift, Trisha, made me. Isn't it gorgeous? I am wearing it more like a shawlette, just over my chest because it is early in the morning. It is not even 6 o'clock yet. And I don't work today, so why am I up, right? Well, because I did work yesterday, and normally for work, I'm just going to go off on a little tangent. I work at a casino. Normally it's a 24/7 business, and I start at 4 a.m. and I get up at 2 a.m. and I go to bed at 8 o'clock at night on the nights before I go to work. Well, in Ohio, we have a curfew that started 3 weeks ago, and all the businesses have to shut down at 10 o'clock. Everybody has to be in their homes by 10 o'clock. So we stay open till 10 o'clock, so the people are late getting home that stay till, and then you're allowed to be at work past 10 o'clock. So the casino shuts at 10 o'clock, kicks everybody out that's still there. I've never been there that late because I go in at 4 in the morning. So then the dealers close down the tables and do whatever they need to do, and they go home. We reopen the table games. I'm a card dealer. We reopen the table games it was going to be 7, but then it started at 6 a.m. So now I get up at 4:30 and I'm at work by 6. And I go to bed at 10 o'clock. Well, yesterday, and I only work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I have a good life. I mean, we don't live in the Taj Mahal, but we're satisfied, and I only have to work 3 days a week, so that's freaking awesome. That gives me that much more time to crochet. But on the days that I work, then I come home from work and I do my stuff, and by Thursday, I'm tired. By the end of Thursday, I generally stand all day long, and I'm tired by the end of the day. I'm getting to be an older woman, and I had to go visit Dad yesterday with Chloe, so then Chloe and I spent time together after we spent time with Dad, which would be her great-grandpa, and she left it. I sat down to crochet and watch TV with my husband, and I was asleep by 9 o'clock. And he woke me up and sent me to bed, which is really terrible because I did want to stay up. And a lot of times I can, but sometimes you're just tired. Sometimes on Thursdays, I'm up till 1 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes I can't make it till 10, which was yesterday. So anyway, last night, supposedly from between 11 p.m. and midnight, we would be able, if the skies were good, we would be able to see the aurora borealis with your naked eye in our skies above Ohio, or at least northern Ohio. And I had every single intention of looking for that because I wanted to tell Laura I saw it too. But I fell asleep and my husband sent me to bed, and I'm like, no, I want to watch. And he said, just go to bed. I'm like, you're right. I couldn't stay up to crochet 3 stitches. I'm back to sleep. This is my favorite place to sleep, I think. So anyway, to say the least, I missed the aurora borealis, and I'm really upset with myself over that. But I was asleep by 9 o'clock, or around 9 o'clock last night, even though it was on the couch for part of the time. And so by 5:30, I'm like, I can't sleep no more. So here it is, not even 6 o'clock, and I'm up. So that was a whole long story about nothing. And I missed, other than I missed the aurora borealis. So that's why I'm up this early. And what else do I have in here that's yarny stuff? Oh, this is my scrapbook that I made last year. I showed you guys before. And it's just rectangles, granny rectangles, like the modern granny rectangle. And so I made that last year. And I keep that here for my warmth and comfort. And what else do I have? I have my I'm an Amazing Hooker Be Jealous mug that I got from Rosie M. from Nana's Crocheting Lounge. And I miss you, Rosie, so please come back and visit us. I'm sure she is fine. The last I heard from her, they were selling their condo and moving, and she's working from home, and so she's kind of tired of cameras and videos by the time she's done with work every day. But maybe she'll pop in and give us a hello for Christmas. So I have not worked on much, but I did show you, I know I showed you, I crocheted Amanda a slipper sock. Well, look at how huge this thing is. Oh, it's upside down. I'm using this butter and cream yarn. I finally remembered to bring one down for it. Oh, it's upside down in the camera. How about there? Is that better? Oh, still upside down. I don't know why. Okay, wait, backwards. There you go. I hope that's right for you. Anyway, I picked up some of these along the way. I think Joann's sells this brand. And it's got wool in it, and I was going to make myself a top. Excuse me, my voice is always so hoarse in the morning. So anyway, I was going to make myself a top, and I started the top, and this has wool in it, and it started bothering me. So I thought, well, I'm not wearing a top out of it. It hasn't bothered me so much to work with it now. But I have on long sleeves, and it's usually my arms that it bothers. So I thought I can't make a top out of it if I can't wear it on my sleeves. On my arms, can't have it. So anyway, Amanda I had the yarn and the half crocheted top in my yarn room, and Amanda's like, oh man, I love this yarn. So I decided that, and she's been talking about wanting slipper socks, crocheted slipper socks. So I made her this, and I didn't use the right size hook. I was using a 7mm hook, and the pattern that I'm following, I've never made anything like these before. So the pattern that I'm following was for a 6-weight bulky yarn, and this is a 5-weight yarn. And I don't remember what size hook it called for, but I decided that since I was using the wrong size yarn, I should use the 7mm hook. So I did, and this is what I came up with, and it's huge. So I'm like, that's way too big for her. So I took it apart. I made them both, and then I took one apart again, refrogged again, and I made another one. And look at the size difference, and look at the difference in the way the yarn even looks. I made this one with a 6mm hook, and it is much better. So I made it up to like here, and I put it on, and it fit me up to like right here, and just past the heel, and it fit me perfectly. Well, Amanda has a little bit larger foot than I do, so I refrogged the heel and added 2 rows in here, on the foot part, and I'm going to add a couple more rows here because she wants them high up her leg. And then you put a front post, back post kind of ribbing on the top. So I think I'm going to add 1 more row on the top, which I think is 3 rows more than what the pattern called for. I think the pattern called for 7 rows between your heel and the top before you put the ribbing. But I will have 10 rows because Amanda's tall and she wants it high up her leg. So anyway, I'm going to add, I think I have to do finish one more row back to the stitch marker. There's a stitch marker there. And then I'll do 2 rows of ribbing. And then it'll be done again. And then I will pull out this one and start all over. But I did, and I didn't remember if I showed you, make the fingerless gloves, and I used the Devine pattern for it. The ones that same pattern that I made Chloe's gloves out of. So she'll have matching booties and gloves, and I think she'll love that. And I still have more of this yarn. So when I had Chloe try, Chloe's foot is closer in size to Amanda's than mine is. So I had Chloe try this on, and she's like, Grammy, these are so warm and squishy. Well, I have 2 or 3 more skeins of this yarn, so Chloe might get a pair of socks in this yarn too. I don't know. There was a lady from the campground that wanted a hat, and she liked this yarn as well. She wanted a hat with a ponytail thing, you know. So I'm debating Chloe socks, or because I think it takes about 1 skein of yarn. I don't know though, because they were already crocheted into something else. I don't know how many I had originally to start with, and I really don't know how many I have left. I know I have at least 2 that are untouched skeins. Excuse me. So let's see what else is going on. I ordered Amanda a set of crochet hooks from Amazon, and I thought there would be a picture, but there's not. They're not clover because the clovers didn't go on sale until after I purchased these. But there's 13 soft rubber pieces. You know, they have soft rubber handles, and they come in a case, and it's got stitch markers and everything. Because every time she wants a different size crochet hook, she comes and steals one from me. So I bought her a set for Christmas. And then I ordered, and I ordered them all together, but they came separate. You know how that works. I want to make, and now I will have time, but I wasn't sure if I would have time, but I want to make, have you seen those little Christmas ornaments? I know there is at least 1 or 2 different videos on Facebook, on YouTube, on the toilet paper roll holder that looks like a Christmas tree, you know, that's made as a Christmas tree ornament, and then you put 2020 on it. So I ordered some numbers. I think it was like, one thing was 5 something in the that I ordered, and another thing was 6 something. And you got like 200 little pieces. Let me see if I can isolate each bag. Oh, it looks like each little baggie in here contains an entire set, 0 to, oh, let's see if I can get it in the middle to focus. There you go. So they're all little, each little baggie in this thing. There's, oh, dropped one on the floor. Has a set of numbers in it. And so I knew I would need a lot of sets if I was going to do 2020. But I thought that would be funny. So I want to make some of those. If I have time. It's not like I have the numbers. I may as well make some, right? So since I was ordering numbers and I kind of dabbled a little bit with some stitch markers, I bought a set of different other charms that are just all different kinds of stuff in there. They had some elephants in it, so that's why I bought the set. But there's hearts and turtles and stars and crowns and I don't know. Oh, there's mermaid. Oh, that's cute. I think it's mermaid. It's either a mermaid or a fish. Oh, nope, it's mermaid. So, anyway, it has all these different little charms. And so I thought if I play with stitch markers again, I would have those. And I got my card from Madonna that she forgot to put in the box of my advent calendar stuff, which still isn't here. It's stuck in UPS limbo somewhere. It'll come eventually, and then I'll do 2 or 3 things a day, so that'll be fun. I'm just waiting. I'm a patient woman. It'll get here one day. And when it does, it'll just be like a big, huge box of stuff I can't wait to see. So that's okay. Even if it gets here after Christmas, which gosh knows why it would take that long, but even if it does, it's still going to be fun to open it. So I'm excited about that. And I love watching her open her stuff. Um, I hope she likes it. I just was real excited to get her a Christmas tree. And she opened the final Christmas tree piece yesterday. Um, I don't think there's any more stuff for her tree. So hopefully she'll decorate the tree and show us what it looks like. I hope it looks good because I didn't put any of that stuff on the tree myself to see how the tree would look. And so the first day she got garland. Well, that spangle yarn was for garland. Then she could do whatever she wants with the rest of it. But I thought it would be cute as garland on her tree. And then all of her little ornaments. And finally the tree topper she opened. I watched that video this morning. I didn't get to watch any of the vlogmas videos yesterday. I didn't have time. And then I was falling asleep. So, but I will get caught up today. Today the furnace man is coming. So he'll be here, and I have to wait for him. I don't know what time they're showing up. And I think I might do some baking, but I'm definitely doing some crocheting. I might not get off this couch. I have to get dressed because I have a repair person coming. I mean, the furnace works. It's just a checkup. So I do have to get dressed. I really didn't want to. With our curfew, off on another tangent, with our curfew in Ohio, it was for 3 weeks. The 3 weeks ended yesterday. And the governor got on and extended it through January 2nd, I think. Another 21 days. So they've changed our scheduling again at work because they tried not to lay anybody off and they were reducing people's hours. Well, their full-timers need to work full-time. And they have too many dealers for the first time since we've opened. They have too many dealers. They have dealers for 3 shifts and they only have 2 shifts worth that they're allowed to be open. So I am off the schedule for the next 2 weeks at least. I'm going to assume it's going to end up being 3 weeks, which I'm not upset about. I have to say, I'm going to, file for unemployment. And be really happy to have this extra time at the holidays. Which they did offer us a reduced schedule, but based on what I was getting for unemployment, and I know there's no extra bonuses or anything like that, but I don't deserve an extra bonus. But based on what I was getting last time on unemployment when they closed the casino completely, it's within a few dollars to work the shorter hours or to stay home and not be exposed to coronavirus and bring it home to my husband or my grandkids or anybody. And I mean, it's pretty much a no-brainer. They really, I think, wanted us to, just stay home. They don't want to have to figure out that scheduling. And honestly, if I have more time for crochet and more time to get ready for Christmas and enjoy the holidays and spend time with some of my grandkids, I'm all good for that. So that's what I'm going to do. And so that's why I think I'll have plenty of time for the 2020 toilet paper roll Christmas ornaments. And then I have one other thing I wanted to tell you. A recipe for the day. So my recipe today is for refrigerator cake or icebox cake. That's what I believe it was my great grandma Sally, the bread lady, that started this recipe in the family, and it's not even anything that's written down, but something that we had every winter holiday. I can't even find part of the ingredients during the summer months, which is odd because it's a good cold recipe. So you take whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, like that comes in those little pint size or quart size containers, And you use like 2 to 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar, about a teaspoon of vanilla, and the heavy whipping cream, like a pint size. And you blend that all together, whip, 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 with your beater, high speed, until it forms stiff peaks and looks like, Cool Whip, when it's big and fluffy. But it doesn't have to be as sweet as Cool Whip, which is, I think, why my family likes it so much, because it's not as sweet. And then you take these little chocolate wafers. I believe Nabisco makes them. And they're kind of similar to like an Oreo cookie wafer. If you were just going to use an Oreo cookie without the stuffing. But they're like this big around and real thin. Now they're expensive, and they come in a sleeve that's yellow and white. And that's what the original recipe calls for. So you have this chocolate cookie and the whipping cream, and you frost the cookie and with whipping cream, put another one on top, more whipping cream, another one on top. You stack them, and then you lay them on a plate, frost all the way around it with the heavy whipping cream, leave it in the refrigerator overnight. The cookie becomes soft, like an ice cream sandwich cookie gets soft like that. Same thing happens to this chocolate wafer cookie. And you can like cut it with the side of your fork. It's soft and sweet and yummy. That's the whole recipe. Cover it with saran wrap. I always put toothpicks in it, so the saran wrap doesn't stick in, to the frosting, whipped cream frosting. But those cookie wafers are hard to find around here. I can only find them like sometimes at Thanksgiving, usually at Christmas time, and they're expensive. The sleeve is about this big, and they're over $4 a sleeve. And like to make a cake size, you need 4 or 5 sleeves. So that can be expensive. One year I couldn't find them, and I did find chocolate graham crackers, and that's what I use now. They're easy to find. You get a box of them for like $3. This box will make a huge cake. And so that's what I use. When I make the recipe, I usually use a quart of heavy whipping cream. Like I double everything. And it's usually about a box of graham crackers. The graham crackers have a little bit of sugar on them. That's fine. Sweet is fine. They make a more square cake, which is, again, fine. And you can stack tall if you want to, but it's difficult. Things tend to want to fall. So I usually just lay them all in a row on a big, platter size or whatever size. You make it whatever size you want. And my family totally loves it. Very simple, no bake. And the graham crackers work out completely fabulous. You've never had it the other way. You don't even know the difference. I've had it both ways, and I don't know the difference. So it's good, easy. The kids can make it, because it's no bake. There's no mess. Just whip up the whipping cream and frost the cookies. You can't hurt it. I have put food coloring in with the whipping cream to make it green or red or whatever color. The chocolate graham crackers you can find year-round. So if you wanted to make it in the summertime, it's very easy. Nice, then cool cake to eat. You know what I mean? And that's the recipe for today. Refrigerator icebox cake. Refrigerator / icebox cake. From my great grandma Sally. There you go. So this is vlogmas number 7 for me. Today is the 11th, so it should be vlogmas number 11, but we'll catch up eventually. If my box arrives today, I'll have another vlogmas. So have a great yarny day. Happy holidays to everyone. Rosie, hi. I'd like to see you again before Christmas. That's all I got for you. See you next time. Bye.